Hi, and welcome to Meals Ready to Eat. I'm your host, Sean Patterson, and this week we're making a basic pie crust. Now you're probably asking yourself, why on earth is he showing us how to make a pie crust? And the answer is because coming up in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to make a quiche, specifically a quiche Lorraine. And in future episodes, we're going to use the same pie crust to make different desserts. So let's get started. Grab your mixing bowl and put in half a teaspoon of salt, a third cup of pastry flour, 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of shortening, or a mixture of shortening and butter. Put the bread hook onto your mixer and mix these together at low speed. It'll take a few minutes to come together, but once it starts to do so, you're going to want to increase the speed. Not so quickly as to send flour flying all over the place, though. Of course, occasionally you'll want to scrape down the sides of the bowl. And add up to 1/3 of a cup of water. If you happen to be living in a drier climate, you can add just a little bit more, but don't go too crazy because it will just create a gloopy mess in your bowl. You're going to want to continue using the bread hook at medium speed until you get to the point where the mixture has kind of come together in a sort of ball and has come away from the side of the mixing bowl. Then put it into a bag or put it in some saran wrap and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes, but probably no more than 60 minutes. At the end of the refrigeration, what you're going to want to do is set the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and take out the dough. Go ahead and roll it using a liberal amount of flour and place it into the pie crust dish. Be sure to cover up any holes or spots that might allow liquids to seep through, because if you have them when you bake it, they're only going to get larger, and when you put filling into it and then bake it later on, it's just going to be a mess when you try to serve it. Use a pastry roller to really get the dough to adhere to the bottom and the sides of the pie dish. The reason you want to do this is to avoid any bubbles, because bubbles are your enemy. Finally, form the upper crust using a pinching action with your fingers. Next, get out some aluminum foil and carefully place it directly over the pie crust. And the reason you do this is to assure that you don't have any parts of the crust that get over-baked or unevenly baked. Place the crust into the oven for 10 minutes and then take it out. You're good to go. Bon appetit. From Meals Ready to Eat, I'm Sean Patterson. Find us online at youtube.com/mealsreadytoeat.